Hey everybody, this is David from Soft Wash Evolution. Welcome back to another video. It's Wednesday, May 13th. Yesterday was blue skies and sunshine. Today, it's starting to rain. I'm actually going to show you the radar I've got going right now. I am that blue dot right in the center. You can see all the green coming at me. Can you wash in the rain? Pressure wash, soft wash, all those things? Absolutely. Roof washing is another story. If it's downpouring, you may have to hold off your roof washes. But if you're just getting into this business, I'm doing a deck today. I've got a brick walkway, brick patio, some fence, a vinyl sided house and garage. I've got 4 more on the schedule after this one. It's going to start raining. Well, it already has, drizzling, but if you see by the radar on my phone right there, it's going to start coming down pretty good here within another half hour. So I've got my stuff all laid out, hoses and everything, just getting started on this one. But I'm going to put my rain gear on now because I know it's coming. And we're going to wash this whole place in the rain. In fact, I might keep the camera on and do all my jobs today, show you what it's like washing in the rain. It can be done. It actually makes you go a little faster too. Here we go. All right, it's been about 15 minutes since I filmed that intro. The rain's starting to pick up. I'm all in my rain gear. I got a rain jacket on. I have my bibs on, if you can see down there. I always wear like rain boots, like the short ankle style rain boots. I wear those all year. Wintertime, I wear the taller ones, or the spring and the fall when it's cold. I'll wear the taller insulated ones. These are just basically like those deck boot style ones. Everything's waterproof on me, gloves on. I'll put my hood up when I'm washing. But washing in the rain, as I said with roof washing, if you're getting moss, algae, that type of stuff off of asphalt, shingles, slate, whatever type of roof it is, the roof mix will wash off just as fast as you could put it up there. So if it's raining like this or any harder, I usually push them off. I'll keep an eye on the forecast. If we've got a rainy day coming, I'll take my roof wash customers and switch them with a house wash customer, move things around. It's pretty easy to do because I'm by myself. Today it's all house washes, decks, patios, fences. All this stuff can be done. It could be literally a blinding downpour and you could still do it. When I said it makes you go a little faster, I'm not fighting the sun. You guys down south or out west where it's extremely sunny and hot most of the year, you're keeping things wet all the time. You're keeping the grass wet, you're keeping the plants wet, you're keeping the windows wet. You can only apply if you're by yourself to a small section at a time, one part of the house, and you got to rinse, go back, keep the windows wet. Day like today, there's no sun coming. So everything's shaded, everything's wet. I just applied to half of this house and rinsed it in, 20 minutes, less than that. And I didn't have to worry about anything drying on the windows. I'm not leaving streaks. Another one of my videos, it was one of the ones that was more geared towards people that have never watched my channel before, but I must have had 50 comments. You started washing without wetting the plants. You didn't wet the grass. You're gonna kill everything. I've been doing this for a long time. I've never killed anything. Downstreaming, what I'm doing, using about 1, maybe 1.5% coming out of my chemical injector. I do have a different chemical injector than most people use with a check valve in there so I can get it a little hotter, but I've only got it about 1 right now. This house isn't even that dirty. It's white vinyl siding, but there's not a lot of algae and stuff. Just some dust and dirt, a little bit of green slime on the north. But where I am, again, all this advice on YouTube is local. You should be taking it local. All the advice all over online. Always keep the plants wet, always keep the grass wet. Yeah, if you're using 5% on a roof wash, definitely keep things wet. 1% on a house wash, where I am, it is extremely rare to go 72 hours without rain. Extremely rare. Every 3 or 4 days around here it rains. Sometimes at night. This time of year, it's usually during the day. Once we get into summer, it'll be in the afternoon. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll always get a thunderstorm every couple days. It's just how it is. So you got to know your area. Where I am, you step on the ground, it squishes, even on a dry day. So everything's always wet. Another thing I see guys doing, well, you got to cover the plants in plastic. Why? The plants don't take their nutrients through their leaves. That's, they take it through the root. So if you cover the top of the plant, the leaf part or the flowers or whatever with plastic, and you still get SH on the roots into the soil where it drinks, it's not going to kill the plant right away. You won't see that instant brown leaf burn, as we call it, but it'll kill the thing in 3 or 4 days because it's going to suck that SH up through its roots and kill it internally. So covering up with plastic, yeah, it protects the leaves, but it doesn't protect the ground. So if you're doing roof washing, hot mix, soak the leaf part of the plant, the part you can see, or the tree or shrub, whatever it is, but you also got to soak the ground. The ground needs to be saturated in water. That way when a little bit of SH does get down there, it's diluted so much that it won't hurt it. All you're doing with wetting stuff is diluting the mix. Take you back here. I'm actually just fired up my 12 volt here because I'm going to treat the walkway and the patio back here. So one-handed, I might not be able to pull this because I'm at kind of an angle here. We'll see if I can get it, but this is the house. my brick walkway and the fence. I'm going to do this on my way out of the backyard. This is where I stopped, right here in this corner by this little fenced-in area for the dogs. I applied from this corner of this garage white vinyl. Still see my suds where I'm rinsing because I'm still doing this patio. This is what I'm going to do next. All of that. Sunroom. All that glass. Normally, if it were a hot sunny day, I'd be doing part of that at a time and rinsing as I go. See, some of my suds came out the gutter. But on a day like this when it's constantly doing rain, I applied from that corner to that chimney and then rinsed in reverse. 15 minutes or so. Now I'm going to treat this patio and the walkway, all this brick. It's in really rough shape. The sand in between is pretty much non-existent, but it's all green and slimy. They just want it cleaned up. So I'm going to pre-treat this with some probably 3% and surface clean it, and it'll be good. Get all this green stuff off all the way around, and I'll hit these fence panels on my way out. Everything is wet. You want me to keep the plants wet? Trust me, they're wet. I'll keep washing, check in a few. All right, it is 9:21. Still raining. That's about how hard it's raining, if you can see in that puddle. It's not that bad, but I do have this big tree canopy over me. So when you're out back by the house where I was, all the way around over there, no tree canopy. So it's raining harder than it looks right here. But I'm pretty wet. Raincoat and waders on. I'm gonna take these off so I can drive. I do carry, these are the only bibs I have, but I carry like 3 raincoats because these things get soaked right through. They're not that great. I'm off to the next one. I'm actually just gonna check right now, see what we got. I'm gonna check the weather and do the directions. Got an 18-minute drive to the next one. And let's check the radar. See where we are here, if I can get it to load. Actually, if you see that circle right in the middle, I'm kind of in a spot where it's light, so the rest of that green's coming right at me, but that's what we're into. Got a couple more to go. Check in hand, try to cover my customer's name up. $561.75 for that place. Taxes are in there. Do a cut here, drive to the next one, 18 minutes. We pick it up. I'll have a different raincoat on because this one's soaked. I'll hang it up and let it dry a little bit while I drive. Put a different one on, wash in the rain some more. All right, hood's up. It's raining pretty good. 9:55. It's the raincoat I had on in the last job, letting it dry a little bit. I wanted to show you my manifold. A lot of guys have been asking about it. It's really coming down. So when you're washing in the rain, one thing you may want to adjust, because your mix is going to be getting rinsed off, even on the house. Roofs, definitely, like I said, you might want to reschedule those, but house washing, your mix is going to want to is rinsing off faster because there's water falling from the sky. It's rinsing for you. You want that stuff to dwell, especially on a really dirty place. You may want to make your mix a little hotter. So if you're downstreaming, change out that chemical injector, go to one with a smaller orifice. So if you're usually running a 2.3, maybe go to a 2.1. If you run a 2.1, maybe go to a 1.8. My chemical injector is an EnviroSpec super sud sucker, so it has 1, 2, 3, and 4. The measurements are in millimeters, but it's a little different than the general pump ones that most people use. Similar sizes, but the numbers are just a little different. My manifold I'm going to show you here, this is what I'm turning when I hit that remote in my pocket. 3-way valve, it's a T-jet. This is the common port, this one. There's always something coming out of this. This line loops and it goes directly to my chemical injector. When this is in off mode, it's pulling water, the blue tape right there you see. It's coming right from my buffer tank. There's always something going through my chemical injector. So when it's off, I'm in rinse mode, I'm pulling water through here and it's going through the common port. When I hit the button, where's my remote? Big indicator light you see here. When I hit this button, it says downstream injector on and off. You'll see this light light up, very bright. And what happened is I just turned that 3-way valve to this side and it's pulling through this side. There's bleach and there's soap. The soap is manually metered through this valve. The bleach comes straight from the chem tank and they go into the 3-way valve and out the common port again to the chemical injector. If I hit the button again, light goes off, 3-way valve turns the other way. Now I'm pulling water again, I can rinse. So in days like this, you see the red that's inside that hose, see how it's almost that red pinkish color? That's my soap tank. That's Cherry Surf from Midwest Washing Equipment. It's my surfactant. I'm pulling it. This is the only manual valve I have. I have to manually adjust this one. It's normally cracked open to like right there, to barely a quarter. On rainy days, I'll turn it to a 1. That stuff is very thick. It's pulling it in and it's mixing in there into another 3-way with the bleach. So you're getting about 90% bleach, a little bit of soap. They mix together and come out. On a rainy day, I'll turn it up a little bit so that I have a little more surfactant in there so it can stick. That cherry surf is extremely, extremely thick soap. That makes it stick a little longer, allows it to work so it doesn't get rinsed off as fast, and doesn't leave streaks on the windows. Yeah, it's really not the soap that leaves the streaks in the windows, it's the SH. The SH it's sodium, it has salt in it. Salt is hard water, that's what leaves the marks on the windows. Keep them wet, keep them rinsed, do the best you can with those. Almost all my houses have windows cleaned afterwards, but some of them don't. But I'm gonna put my hood up, get the hoses out, and get going. One thing I did notice on this house, this place here, it's a repeat customer of mine, another white house. I washed this thing 2 years ago. That garage was not there. This garage is actually a different, that's vinyl siding, white vinyl. This one's actually hardy plank. I just got here and I looked at my, I was looking and that's hardy board. See, hardy board's a brand, but it's painted cement board. I looked in my app and it says house washing, and I've been here before, and I get here and this whole thing, it's actually a pool house too. We've got this nice outdoor patio thing covered, big fan up there, their bar area and a bathroom in there. The pool was here last time I was here and the house, but all of this was not here. And you can see they still got sod going. They must have just finished that garage, so the garage wasn't on there. But she said, oh yeah, wash the garage too. Well, it's not free, so there, I got an upsell. So I'm gonna put this thing away for a minute, get my hose out, get washing, and I'll wear the camera while I do some washing to show you how thick that soap is. I'm trying to stand under the overhang here, under the gutters. Somebody was back there, maybe not. So the GoPro, a lot of people are gonna say it's waterproof. I mean, people take these things surfing and swimming and stuff. The GoPro is waterproof. The media mod on it where my microphone mounts to is not waterproof. So I don't wanna ruin it, but I'm gonna wear it preferably when I'm under some stuff, and I'll show you what it's like washing with this thick soap downstreaming. All right, I'm all the way back here on the side of the house. My truck is all the way over there. That's where we started. This is the north side, a little green and slimy. As you can see, I did this house 2 years ago. White vinyl siding. Just rubbing it with water does that. But this is like a walkout style as it goes back here. So you can see, you know, it's technically 3 stories right here. This is the basement, first floor, second floor. Everything's off. We're gonna get the remote out, fire this thing up, and turn on the downstream injector. Got the soap cranked up, like I said. Pressure washer's on. There's my water. Downstream injector on. You can see my light on in the truck. And we're just gonna apply from the bottom up. I'm wearing the GoPro right on my chest, so I'll try to keep it centered for you. I've got a fan tip on there. And I'm gonna apply and rinse in the rain. Get these windows, normally if it were a hot sunny day, keep them wet. There's my mix. So the soap's actually red, but comes out pretty diluted. White. Most people think the soap is doing, or not most people, but some people say, you know, it's soap, that's the surfactant, that's what's cleaning. It's not. Surfactant is not doing the cleaning, the SH is. The surfactant is just making the SH hold on a little longer. Oh, one thing I forgot, that cover's open. Looks like a sump pump from what I can tell, because it's going down to the basement. I'm gonna have to tell them I need to unplug it. Plug that back in when I'm done. So, keep applying. They are home. Normally I check stuff like that, but one of the things I forgot when it's raining. If they weren't home, I would have to call them and say, hey, I'm unplugging whatever this is. I'll plug it back in, but just to double check, in case it's something that needs to be reset or something like that. A lot of times it's like an irrigation control for the sprinklers, but that looked like a sump pump from if I had to guess. So fan tip is good. Now we're gonna put the shooter on, step back, and go a little higher. And you can see when I hammer that stuff, I want it to just stay in place a little longer. We're all the way up. Normally you go from the bottom up and apply. Make sure you get everything covered. See how sticky that stuff is staying to the windows. Get both sides of the gutter. I already did the back of the house back there. That's where I started. But the rain's coming down now as I hold the camera up, so keep pushing it this way. Big window there. Keep that thing wet. If it were full sun, it would be cooking. But this Downstream, 5.5 gallon per minute. Here, let me get the camera in. I can hit all the way up there. We're hitting the peak, no problem. So I'm going to keep applying to this gable end, big 3-story side. We'll give it a rinse in a couple minutes. All that green stuff will be gone. See, the soap is hanging out. It's keeping that bleach touching there for a little bit longer. All right, this side is rinsed. Check out, the green is gone. Plug that thing back in. Pretty sure it's a sump. Breaker is reset, or it's still set on there. We didn't trip anything. All the windows are clean. You can see all that green stuff is off the siding. It's great. The rain is actually tapered to a drizzle right now. Still coming down, but not as hard as it was earlier. Getting a little bit of a break in it, but I've got to do the front. So my customer, she was home. That must be her husband right there. I never met him, but another vehicle pulled in. I got the porch cleaned off. There's really just a couple of polywood chairs, which are plastic. They want those washed too. The 4 plants that are lined up are plastic, so I'll make sure I keep them wet. Someone's going to comment that. I will wet the plastic fake plants. Just got to wash the front. We'll be out of here. 11:34. I just finished up with that place. We're right there. The big white vinyl sided one with the Hardy plank garage. That one took a couple hours. They had a clogged gutter in the front. They didn't have gutter cleaning on the job. They have gutter guards all the way around except that front porch right there. They have a standing seam metal roof over the porch, and that gutter in the front has no guard on it. As I was rinsing the top, the second floor, it was all flowing into that gutter, and it was shooting out the downspout right up the top. So I climbed up there with my ladder, and I put my nozzle down there and just blew out the bottom and got that clog out of there. It's like the squirrels ran up and made a nest in there. But other than that, added on the garage, made another $550 on this place. So tally's looking good for today at, before lunch. And I want to show you the radar. Pull my phone out again here. That's where we are. Blue dot right in the middle, and you can see that heavy rain left. There's more coming over here on the side, but we're in kind of a break right now. I actually, as I was packing up from this job, I just started my truck. I can hear the birds chirping, so that's how you know the rain is stopped for a little bit. But I've got 2 more to go do that on the same street, so I'm going to head there next, wash those 2. My 5th one already rescheduled. That happens a lot on these rainy days with new customers. My usual customers know the drill, but customers are so used to, I'm going to turn the heat off. It's actually starting to get balmy in here because all my rain gear is in the back hanging up right there. So everything's humid in here. Customer called and said, well, it's raining today. We're going to need to reschedule. I said, no, we don't. I can still wash in the rain. I said, well, but the house is going to get wet. Correct. The house is going to get wet from the rain and from me washing it. There's no reason to reschedule. It's just a house wash, vinyl sided. And it was a new customer, so they don't know the deal. They're so used to everyone. They're so used to the lawn care guy, the construction worker who's building your deck. Everyone cancels for rain. It's just, that's society. That's how it is. When the weather isn't perfect outside, everyone runs inside. They love to sit down and do nothing. So if you're washing, don't do that. You can actually go faster in the rain. So I'm going to go do these 2 on the same street. Repeat customers. That new customer wants to wait for better weather. I hate to tell them, but they're going to get June because I'm booked out about 5 weeks now. So if they don't reschedule with me, that's fine. Some people are a pain and they're not worth it, but I've got other people waiting. I know in another video I did recently, I was done at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I said, well, that's good enough. I'll go home, get on the computer, book some leads, work on the website, work on YouTube, do some other stuff to keep the business going. Days like this where it's stopped right now, but more rain is coming, I'm going to push right through. I'm going to get at least 1 more. So I did 2 completes. I'll go hit these 2 on the same street. They'll be pretty quick. And I'll pull in another one. I'll start calling customers for the rest of the week or in a couple weeks who, said wash it whenever. I'll call them and say, hey, I'm done a little early. I'm going to come hit your house now. That way I can bring in some extra work for the day. I'll keep pushing right through. When it's wet like this, I go even faster, and you should too. I'll leave the link for that manifold, the rig link, that's what it's called, from Midwest Washing Equipment, and their surfactant, that cherry surf that I use. But other than that, I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm gonna go keep washing. I don't really want to get the GoPro too much wetter than it already is. I've already had to take it apart and dry it once. So that's it for this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Wash in the rain.